great scenery, a bit of history, and some laughs. All this and more on this special edition of Icenrye's Geocaching Videozine. Hi there, welcome to the debut episode of Icenrye's Geocache Videozine. My name is Icenrye, better known as Sheldon, and if you don't believe me, it says so, right there. Wow, that was a long time ago. So welcome to the special edition of Icenrye's Geocaching Videozine. I'm Icenrye, thanks for watching. If you're new to the show, welcome to the family. Essentially what this is me and my video camera. I go geocaching, film it, throw it together with a few hints, tips, and tricks, upload it to the internet so you can download and watch it to your own leisure. If you're a regular viewer, thanks for sticking around, appreciate your viewership. So, what's new? Well, welcome to episode 20. This is going to be a very special episode this month. I'm going to put aside the normal stuff I do, so it won't be any news or letters or Frapper Map shoutouts. This is just going to be a highlight package, little bits and pieces of the previous 19 episodes and almost 2 years of Icenrye's Geocaching Videozine. I tell you, the last couple of years has been crazy. It all started right here in front of Mr. PG on a Easter long weekend when I just wanted to do a simple video on how to hide a cache and how to upload that cache to geocaching.com. And within the first week, I had 500 downloads and people were emailing me asking for more stuff. So I decided, let's try this and see what happens. Well, now, here I am, 20 episodes, close to 100,000 downloads, and I'm still having fun doing this show. And this month, well, like I said, I got special treats for you. I'm going to go back, show you a few highlights from previous episodes and stuff that I've really enjoyed. And if you're new to the show, this is a great place to jump in because you'll see what's been in the past and what's coming up in the future. But anyways, that's enough of my opening remarks. Let's get on with the best of the previous episodes of Icenrye's Geocaching Videozine. So first in this best of edition, we're going to go back and take a quick peek at some of the how-to articles I've done in the previous 19 episodes. Everything from episode 1 on how to hide a cache, paper versus paperless caching, all the way up to some of my recent stuff where I'm now playing with Flickr and digital cameras. And you know, from the feedback I get, it almost seems like it's these tutorials that people enjoyed the most. So I do have more planned in the future. I'm actually playing with a whole bunch of geotagging tools right now. And in future episodes, I'm going to have some really great stuff that you can do with your digital photographs. But in the meantime, let's take a look back at some of the stuff we've done before. Welcome to Geocache Assembly 101. I'm Icenrye, and this is how I put a geocache together. As we start off, you see we have a variety of different types of containers that are suitable for our fine sport. We have everything from the good old-fashioned ammo can. Big, sturdy steel, waterproof, probably survive a small nuclear explosion. Then we start getting into the plastic containers, the Tupperware type containers, if you would say. The famous lock and lock. Bolts on the side, very secure. Hard plastic, really nice containers. A little pricey, but if you can find out a deal, go for them. So this site is the location of a virtual cache, 108 Mile Ranch by Eroyd. Now, virtual caches, if you're new to this sport, are caches where there's actually no physical cache container. You record a log find by going to a designated spot and either taking your picture of yourself at the spot or recording pertinent information. In this case, the coordinates will take you to a house that has a sign on it, and you have to take information from that sign and email it to the cache owner to record a log find. And what waymarking is basically locationless caches gone wild. Basically, if it's a building, if it has significance, you can now call it a waymark. They don't use the word cache anymore, it's now a waymark. For example, I'm here in the Civic Plaza area of Prince George, and just from this spot I have a totem pole, an art gallery behind me. Behind that is our civic center. Next to that is a public library. And in the little cubby hole over here, there's an outdoor skating rink. I have a swimming pool over here, and next to the swimming pool is a statue of Terry Fox. I now have public buildings, recreational facilities, arenas, libraries, civic centers, art museums, which are all now current waymarking points, and I can actually go online and book them. Now, for example, say we wanted to go to the White House. Simply type in White House, enter, and away we go. As you can see, it takes you directly to Washington, D.C. and zooms in on the location of the White House. Now, once everything's in, once everything is downloaded, you can actually zoom in or zoom out on the image. We can zoom right in here. And actually get a fairly clear view of the White House. So people often ask, what is the most enjoyable aspect of geocaching? Well, myself, like pretty much everybody else in this sport, enjoys getting outside and going to places they would have never known of if it wasn't for the sport of geocaching. In my time in this sport, I've seen some beautiful scenery from the lower mainland of British Columbia to the Okanagan to the Canadian Rockies. And here's just a few of the highlights of some of the incredible scenery I've seen in the previous episodes. I'm overlooking the town of Naramata, standing near the tiny tunnel, part of the KVR Rails to Trail system. The KVR Trail system is being integrated with the Trans-Canada Trail system, a system of trails that they hope to connect from coast to coast. Why am I here? You should know by now, of course. There's a cache nearby. The name of the cache is, strangely enough, Tiny Tunnel Treasure. Westlake Provincial Park is located 22 kilometers southwest of Prince George on the Blackwater Road on the north shore of Westlake. The park is a day-use park where visitors can enjoy fishing, boating, swimming, hiking, and in the winter, cross-country skiing and tobogganing. There is a volleyball net in the main day-use area. A group picnic site with picnic shelter and wood stove, horseshoe pits, fire circle, and playfield is available. Westlake's day-use area has all the ingredients for an ideal family outing. Sunbathers will find the perfect spot to spread a blanket on the extensive sandy beach or under shady cottonwood trees. This is the location of one of the caches. I'm standing on a lookout about halfway up Knox Mountain, looking for two caches in particular. One is called Knox Mountain Treasure, the other is called the Christmas Knox Mountain Cache. First, let's take a look at Knox Mountain. Knox Mountain was named for Arthur Booth Knox, a pioneer farmer. The park was dedicated in 1967, Canada's centennial year, for the entire community to enjoy. While you're here, have a look for Paul's Tomb and visit the S.M. Simpson Pavilion. Anyways, there's a map behind me. Let's just have a quick look at it. So we are here. And where we're going is right there. Marjorie Lake. So I got the dogs, got my receiver, got some trading goodies. Let's go find this sucker. History, they say, is everywhere. No matter where you look, you always see a little piece of history. And if there's one thing that geocaching emphasizes, is past history. You can find caches at old railroad bridges, in front of famous buildings. One of my favorite caches is an old abandoned brick factory. I've seen a lot of history in my years of geocaching. Let's roll back and see some of the historical places I've visited. 108 Mile House Heritage Site. Your visit to the 108 Heritage Site will take you back to the good old days of the famous mile houses of the Caribou Wagon Road. The 105 Mile Roadhouse was originally located on DL 80 on the old Caribou Wagon Road. There are 10 other historical barns on the site, including a log Clydesdale barn, the largest log barn in Canada. The heritage site is located beside Highway 97, 13 kilometers north of 100 Mile House at 108 Lake and a BC government rest area. Deep in the heart of Coquitlam is a little area called Maillardville, and it's used to be a French-Canadian settlement, and it's actually quite a nice little area, and there's tons of caches around here. So I'm going to try another TJ guy cache, and strangely enough it's called Maillardville. And according to my handy dandy GPS, it's about 100 meters behind me. You guys know the routine. Let's get rolling. So in the north part of Abbotsford, there used to be a brick factory called Claiborne Brick Company. An entire village sprung up around the brick factory. Matter of fact, if you go to Abbotsford today, you can still see signs referring to the old historic Claiborne village. What there is now, there's a little corner store. A couple of the old brick houses have been turned into residential units. A couple of signs put up where you can actually go and give yourself a self-guided tour. Now, why am I here? Well, of course, a cache. And the cache is called a brick from the past. Now, the cache itself is pretty much your typical cache. It's a little Rubbermaid container hidden at the base of a tree sort of thing. But what makes this one special is that it is a very historic area here, and as you walk along the trail, you'll find lots of discarded bricks. Now, these bricks were factory rejects, basically, and they just toss them into the back of the yard, and they're still here to this day. FTF, 3 of the most popular letters in the English alphabet when it comes to geocaching. FTF, first to find. Yes, there's nothing like seeing a new listing coming up on the geocaching.com website, grabbing your GPS, and going out and being the first one to sign that logbook. And in my years of doing this show, I've been lucky enough to find a couple. As a matter of fact, I had one episode with nothing but first to finds. Let's go back and take a look at a couple of my first to find caches. Hollywood has its sign, Penticton has its, and in Prince George we have Hart Industrial. Hart Industrial by Team RLC. So the brand new caches was listed a couple days ago. Hasn't been found yet as of about 15 minutes ago. So who knows, we could get a first to find. Anyways, there's a trail heading up to there. I just got to go find a trailhead, grab the kids, grab the camera, and we're off to look for the cache. Love when you have a good reception day. Walk along the meter. Meter says 1 meter. Look down at my feet. I found it. So something you like to see as a geocacher, when you open up a logbook, there's nothing. Yes, this is what we call a first to find, which is rather fun. Good for the ego, but, you know, overall the sport's just about getting out here and enjoying the scenery, having fun. But some days, yeah, it's for the ego. Called Turbo Trail, which is the name of the trail that I happen to be standing on. It's actually located just behind a turbo station up here in Prince George. Okay, well anyways, let's sign the logbook. So the logbook's been signed and the cache has been rehidden. Team RLC, nice job with the Turbo Trail cache and also with Hart Industrial. Welcome to geocaching, guys. Hope you have many more hides. So this show would not exist without you, the viewers. And when I asked for viewer contributions, you guys came through in droves. There's been some amazing stuff sent to me, and I've thoroughly enjoyed it, and I am so excited about future prospects and more contributions coming in from you, the viewers. So we're going to roll back and take a look at some of the previous viewer contributions in previous episodes.
So I brought with me a bunch of travel bugs that we've been taking around to a lot of places with us, and I'm going to take a picture of each bug on the plaque just to maybe give the owners a bit of a thrill, and then we'll be putting them in a couple places around Portland and Washington on the way home.
I almost said something that would have given it to you.
Okay, well, so you could say
What? Okay, what have you found? The decoy. Oh.
Yeah, that 4.5 decoy.
that was really
over there.
quick. Excuse me. You're taking great pleasure in this.
There's no pleasure. This is all professional level.
Any of them, but nah, you done twisted my arm.
Oh, okay, Mike.
I'm Pathfinder Junior.
Now you never thought that Peach was gonna get picked, huh?
And you were the first one who took it.
Yep.
Also the first one to visit.
Did I meet you before?
I was at the winter picnic.
I'd kick you, but my daughter loved you. The one that I do. He's bigger than me.
First off, caches along the route is the best thing Groundspeak has done for us in ages. And we set our route this time through Google Earth, uploaded the KML file, and set it for about 2 miles off on either side. And we came up with about 119 caches, I think it was, for this one. And just hit what we felt like hitting along the way. The other thing that's really helpful is we're actually logging the caches on our phone as we find them. Particularly when you have to drop trackable items into a cache, it gives us the ability to drop the item in there. Someone can still pick it up and log it and not mess up the whole logging system because you haven't had a chance to log your drop yet. If you've done that before, I'm sure you know how much of a pain it is to try to straighten that out. So yeah, I'll put up the address here, or better yet, Icenrye will put up the address here. And try it next time from your mobile web-enabled phone. Now, if you have a smartphone, you can probably use the full website, which is going to be a lot easier to use, but this still might save you some time, so check it out.
It's Moga time!
On the way up the hill, Horse Butte. Some are more eager than others. That's the way we came up. We're taking a ride at the fork. Here's where we are right now. That way leads to Hardcore Cream Puff. On your mark, get that, go. What do you like best about hiking?
So one of the great things about producing my own video podcast on the sport of geocaching is that I get to use my highly trained and very well-tuned video journalist skills. As a matter of fact, I'm out to roll a fine collection of some of my better work in the previous episodes of Icenrye's Geocaching Videozine. Have a look. 3, 2, 1. Hi there. Welcome to Icenrye's Geocache Magazine. What the heck am I going to call this show? I knew that was going to happen since I turned on the camera. So, instead of thinking out loud and wasting tape, I'm going to turn off the camera for a second. Okay, now it's done. You see we have this nice little note here. So I'm standing in the parking lot of the viewpoint. Let's just scratch before I start talking. Okay. So I'm standing in the parking lot at the Munson Mountain Lookout Point, whatever. stopping near Lougheed Mall in Burnaby, and or are we in Coquitlam now?
This is the cusp.
Okay.
It could be either or. Go Coquitlam.
City of Burnaby.
Okay.
All right. 1, 2, 1, 2. Let's make sure the microphone works. Frapper Map shoutouts. If you're curious on how you can get into a Frapper Map, okay. Hi, welcome to the debut issue of Ice. Got my damn name. Hi. Oh, wind. Guess we'll find out how good the wind sock works. One of the advantages of driving around with 800 caches loaded in your PDA is impulse caching. On my way back into Naramata from Tiny Tunnel Treasure, a cache came up on my GPS receiver. I punched it into my Palm Pilot and it came up as the Creek Park Cache. The Z says Creek Park Cache, okay? And get close because my shots haven't been all that tight. Baby Carlos, look. Okay. See, all these are for the reject. Yo, what's up? Ooh, makeup. Okay. Road. Here we go. Okay. Hi there. Welcome to the debut episode of Icenrye's Geocaching. Take 10. Hi there. I need a big sign in the background. Well, that pretty much wraps it up for this debut episode of Icenrye's Geocache Videozine. I hope you enjoyed it. Check back on my website, Icenrye.com, for newer episodes. I don't know what the heck I'm going to do, because I'm just starting this. I'm new to this whole Videozine kind of thing. But, hey, if you liked it, send me an email. If you didn't like it, don't send me an email. Just go do one of your own. Okay? So, well, that was actually good until I did that. Go do one of your own. In today's episode, we'll show you how to put together a cache and how to hide a cache and everything else that's involved in this great sport of geocaching. There's someone about to run me over. It's the middle of freaking spring. Don't expect someone to show up. Oh, well. So a question most often asked to me is, what has been your favorite cache? Well, that's actually very easy to answer. A few years ago, before I started doing this show, I found this one cache in the Okanagan that completely impressed me. It had everything that a person would want in a geocache. Had a little bit of a hike to get to, had a beautiful view, but most importantly, it marked someone's favorite spot in the world. Think about it. Everybody has a place they like to go to just to get away from it all. Myself, I'm a huge fan of Jasper. And this person had used geocaching to take the whole world to their favorite spot. Ladies and gentlemen, I present to you my favorite cache of all time from episode 3 in the sunny Okanagan, Yaki's Giant. So I'm now standing on top of Giant's Head in Summerland. And you gotta admit, of all the views you can see of the Okanagan, this one has to rate the best. From this one point, you can see Naramata, Penticton. Over on this side, you can see one of the trestles from the Kettle Valley Railroad system. At the whole valley below, orchards, you can see everything from up here. As a matter of fact, throughout the area up here, they have these little square steel tubes. You can actually look through them, and I'll tell you what you're looking at. So why am I here? Well, of course, a cache. And the particular cache I'm looking for, it's called Yaki's Giant, and it's just about 100 meters over in that direction. And I found it last year when I was here, and when I was going to do a show on Okanagan caches, I wanted to come back and show this one specifically. It's a very special cache, and it really demonstrates one of the things that geocaching should be about. I mean, It's a nice cache, a little tricky to find. It offers a great scenic view. It's almost as good, if not better, than what you're seeing here. But there's one other little feature there that makes it very important. And well, why don't we just say we head over there and go take a look. So I found the cache right where I remember it being before, and here it is in all its glory. Nice big bucket. So let's just take a look through here. It's got the usual stuff. Oh my god, talk about a travel bug. Imagine fitting this into a little micro. I wonder what his story is. Anyways, some shells. There's a palm tree travel bug. Hello, this is your travel bug. Say hello, you're on TV. Wow. And as I'm dropping stuff on the ground, there's a giraffe. Oh no, that belongs to the stuffed animal there. Anyways, let's pick up the stuff I'm dropping here. Put the lid back on temporarily. Okay, let's take a look at the logbook here. We sort of flip through here. Was last found June 8th. That's today. Birdman and Avalon. Anyways, if we go way back, let's see, it's June 8th, 2004. Icenrye. That's me. What a view. What a tribute to your friend. Took nothing, left nothing. I think I'll get a pizza. Thanks, Yaki. Icenrye. There's actually a pizza joint in Summerlin here called Yaki's Pizza. I don't know if it's the same guy or not. I haven't met him yet. But, hey, if it's you, man, you got the best pizza in town. That means I want a free pizza next time I'm here. So, why is this cache so special? Well, if you heard my log entry there, I mentioned it's a tribute to a friend. And I'm just going to reach over here and grab my camera. William Thomas Govan. October 8th, 1955, December 29th, 1997. Another place, another time, loved forever. Janet, Dylan, Weston, family, and friends. So this cache marks someone's favorite spot in the whole world. Isn't that incredible? He used geocaching to take people to some place that is so special to you. So, think about it. This cache has it all. It's a fun find. It was a good hike up here. Amazing view. Lots of trading goodies. And you know, someone out there, this is their favorite place on the whole planet. What more could you ask for? So there you go. A quick look back at previous episodes of Icenrye's Geocaching Videozine. I hope you enjoyed. As I've said many times before, this show would not be possible without support of you, the viewers, and I hope you have as much fun watching these shows as I do putting them together. So don't worry, there will be more regular features coming out in the future. I'll be getting back into the mail, the news, and the Frapper Map shoutouts. And I got some great articles on geotagging coming up using Flickr, and as always, great scenery and lots of geocaching. However, it's my 20th anniversary. I want to hang out with Mr. PG, have a little brown pop if you know what we're talking about here in Canada. So, in the meantime, and in between time, that's it. Another episode of Icenrye's Geocaching Videozine. So until the next episode, cache on. Alright PG, you're buying.